Thank you so much. It's a personal story about the power of unconditional love through life's greatest challenges. For the Sergers, their greatest challenge and the inspiration for this book. Jim Sr.'s battle with alcoholism as well. Despite the toll the disease took on the family, they came out much stronger with a personal testimony. Please welcome to the Morning Extra, Jim Serger Jr.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
I appreciate it.
Amazing story.
Thank you very much.
And I think what a blessing that you and your dad would take the time to put your story on paper to help the lives of others, those that are maybe struggling as well. Unfortunately, your dad couldn't be with us today, so describe your dad to us.
If I had to describe my dad, he's probably the most fun, loving gentleman I've ever met. He has touched so many lives, both as an adult, as a young man growing up. He coached many baseball teams. He played baseball at the University of Cincinnati, part of a wonderful program at UC, and he's a very sports-oriented guy, very business-like, but he's a great father and a great grandpa.
I love that picture of you and your dad. It's a great one. Here's the book. Here's the cover. It's called Go the Distance. So tell us about life growing up in the Serger household.
It was a very, very fun, warming, eventful household. My mother's an interior decorator, so she was on the run. My brother as well went to Xavier High School. I went to McNicholas High School. We were very into sports. My brother played football. I played football, basketball.
I can tell. Your broad shoulders. You kind of give
That's
that
from
away.
lifting weights.
There you go.
So it was a very, very fun, loving family, and it still is today.
But the story is the reason for the book.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And tell us a little bit about that.
When you're a young man, you look at your dad as a dad, and then when you become a teenager, you start to recognize there's some differences in your dad that maybe you didn't necessarily know about. And that was the battle of my dad with alcoholism. And as a teenager, I began to pick that up, that things in the household weren't exactly the same as I thought they were. And over time, we confronted my dad about alcoholism. And just like alcoholism itself, he was in denial. And we had to face that together. And we won the victory over alcoholism as a team, but it took many, many, many teams to keep my dad from rock bottom.
And how do you think that that journey or those experiences within your household changed who you are today?
I am a stronger individual knowing that now I can raise my hand. I'm not afraid any longer to ask for help. For years, my dad was just so afraid to ask for help, and we wanted to sweep his problem under the carpet. And the book itself is don't sweep it. Everybody's going to notice it anyways. Go ahead and confront it right there, right now, and go on with your lives and be happy and be successful. But it took a long time for us to do that.
It's a great book. I encourage people to pick it up and read it. And what would you like for folks that do take the time? What would you like them to take away from your story?
I think the biggest one is how long is someone willing to go in order to save another person from alcoholism or another addiction? It's not a short journey at all. It's a long journey, and you have to keep going. Even when you hit a wall, go through the wall, find another wall, go through that wall as well. Just keep going and be somebody encouraging the other person.
Because there is victory, right? There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And today, life is good.
Yes, it is, very much so. I get to hug and kiss my dad instead of saying something else.
Hey, you know what? That's a great way to end this story. There's a wonderful picture, Jim and his dad. Tell us where we can get the book.
You can get the book on Amazon.com. It's up on Kindle, University of Cincinnati bookstore, Joseph Beth, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, just about anywhere you can pick up a book.
Wow. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you
My pleasure
so much.